What's up everyone, welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over Microsoft advertising, so it's going to be a pretty basic Microsoft advertising tutorial for beginners. Now I am planning on putting together a free Microsoft advertising course. Hopefully I'll have that out this year, otherwise it will be early next year. So we're going to get right into it, and what I want to go over first is just creating your campaign in Microsoft advertising, how you get started for your website. So regardless of the website that you have, you do need to do some keyword research, and what I like to use is the Google Keyword Planner. So I'll go over that in a little bit, but what I want to do is we're first going to start here. You create your Microsoft advertising account and you're going to see something that looks just like this. So what we want to do is under campaigns, we want to click on create campaign right here, and that's how we get started. Now, what's the goal of this campaign? So there's a lot of different goals that you can choose from: visits to your website, visits to your business location, conversions in your website, phone calls to your business, dynamic search ads, or sell products from your catalog. So depending on your type of business, you want to choose the goal that's going to work best for you. If you have a physical business location and your goal is to drive people there, then this is the goal you want to use for your business. If you're trying to drive conversions on an e-commerce website, or if you're just trying to drive conversions on a standard business website where you're getting leads or you're getting phone calls, then you want to use conversions here. So phone calls is another option that you can use. Dynamic search ads. I recently did a dynamic search ads tutorial specifically for Microsoft advertising. So if you want to learn more about using dynamic search ads on this platform, you can check out that tutorial on my channel. I'll put the link directly in the video description for this video. And then the other thing is sell products from your catalog. So that's going to be like Google Shopping ads, but instead your ads run on search engines like Bing. So you always want to start with the goal for your campaign. Now for mine, I'm going to be trying to drive conversions on my website. So I'm going to be creating a campaign today for my website, farmhousegoals.com. Now my conversions on this website are a little bit different because it's an affiliate marketing website, but depending on the type of website you're running, if you're running a Shopify website, you can track every time someone shops on your store, adds something to their cart, or completely purchases, and you can use all of those as different goals for your campaign, and that's ultimately what you want to do. So if we come over here to Microsoft advertising, we're going to create a campaign for conversions on our website. One thing to keep in mind is you will have to set up conversion tracking beforehand. I'll go over how to do that after I create the campaign. But what I recommend doing is starting with conversion tracking, but I want to get into creating a campaign first. So campaign name, what we're going to do here is Farmhouse Goals Search Campaign, and we'll do Christmas. So I want to create a search campaign and I want to gear it specifically towards Christmas. So people who are looking for different farmhouse Christmas decor, I want to create a campaign for that. Now, if I had a search campaign running, what I would do is just add these ad groups directly into my search campaign. But since I don't have one running right now, I'm going to create one specifically for Christmas. And then I can always go back and add other types of products and different categories on my website into this campaign as well. Campaign budget, so whatever you want to spend per day, you want to set that right here. So we'll just keep it as is, as $20 per day. So we're going to keep scrolling down. Locations, so if we click here, you can choose specific locations. So let's just come down here and let's say I want to choose United States rather than Canada and the United States. So we'll do that, click on enter, and we can choose our target right here, United States, country, region. We can target it. You can also exclude locations, but we're just going to target this one. So we're just targeting within the United States. You can see that right here. So we'll keep scrolling down. Who should see your ads? I just keep this as people in my targeted locations, and I always unselect this one, people searching for or viewing pages about your targeted locations. So we're going to keep scrolling down. Language, you want to select any languages here that your customers speak. So mine, I'm just going to keep as English, and we're going to save and go to the next step. So now we're going to set up ad groups. Your ad groups should be based on the different landing pages where you are sending traffic to. So you should group your ad groups by themes, and essentially what you're doing is you're grouping together different keywords that you want to create relevant advertisements for, and you can send your traffic to targeted landing pages. So for example, if I'm doing something like farmhouse Christmas ornaments, I can create advertisements that clearly reflect it's going to be a page full of farmhouse Christmas ornaments, and then I can send people directly to my landing page for that keyword. So if we come over here and we click on this right here, you're going to see farmhouse Christmas ornaments. So I can send people to this landing page. They come here. There's a ton of different farmhouse Christmas ornaments for sale that people can purchase with ease. So we're going to come back over, and what we want to do is we want to get started by setting our ad group name here and entering our keywords. And I'll go over some of the different keyword match types and how they work in Microsoft advertising. So our first ad group, what we'll do is we'll keep the same example that I just did. We'll do farmhouse Christmas ornaments. And then what we want to do is enter keywords. So the keywords that we want to target with our advertisements. So when it comes to finding the keywords that you want to target, I recommend using the Google Keyword Planner, which is free through your Google Ads account. In order to get all the data from the Google Keyword Planner, you do need to have an active campaign running or some type of campaign history. So if you just create an account, set up a campaign, you can pause all your ads for the time being. And then as you come in here to the Keyword Planner, which is through the Tools and Settings menu, under the planning portion, and you're going to see Keyword Planner here. So you just open that, you're going to see this page, and you can start finding new keywords. Now in Microsoft Advertising, they do have their own Keyword Planner. If you come to Tools here, you can see Keyword Planner. It's the Microsoft Advertising version, and it's going to give you the search volume data for the different Microsoft Advertising search network search engines. However, I still prefer to just use the Google Ads Keyword Planner. I just think it's easier to use overall. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on Discover New Keywords. And what you can do is either start with keywords or start with your website to find some different keywords that you can target with your advertisements. So either or is going to work. For this one, I'm going to use my entire website. And I'm going to show you an example. If I come here to farmhousegoals.com and we're going to use the entire website, get results, it's going to pull in the most relevant keywords to my website. And then I can also look at average monthly searches. I have 2,500 keyword ideas available, so a huge amount of keywords that I can target. But what I can do is start selecting some of these different keywords here. And what you want to do is set them up as different ad groups. So I would set up an ad group for farmhouse bar stools, and then I would send people to a page on my website that lists farmhouse bar stools for sale. If I had farmhouse style wall clocks, farmhouse wall clocks, I'm targeting all those different keywords. I would send people to a page with clocks for sale. So that's how you want to think of ad groups, is the different keywords that you're sending to different pages. You want to make sure that people are going to see the most relevant advertisements, and they're going to see exactly what they're looking for when they click through to your landing pages. So since we're doing farmhouse Christmas here, I want to come back to start with keywords. And what I can do here is search farmhouse Christmas decor, and then I can type in other things like farmhouse Christmas ornaments, and then some of the different pages that I want to advertise. So we're going to come over here. I have farmhouse Christmas signs. I have farmhouse Christmas tree skirts, farmhouse Christmas pillows, and then I have farmhouse Christmas wreaths. So let's just say I want to target all these different keywords. What I can do is I can just copy these keywords right here. So copy them, come over to the keyword planner and just paste each keyword. Click on enter, and you can enter them that easily. I'll just enter them manually here. Okay, so I almost have them all entered. The last one is going to be farmhouse Christmas pillows. So now I have all these different keywords in here. So what I'm going to be able to do is find some really targeted keywords for my campaign, and it's going to allow me to kind of expand the different keywords that I'm targeting as well. So if I keep coming down here, we'll click on get results. Okay, so now we have the most relevant keywords here. So you can see farmhouse Christmas decor, Christmas ornaments, Christmas pillows, Christmas signs, tree skirts. So there's a lot of the ones that I entered. And then you can see some different ideas down here: Christmas tree, Christmas stockings, Christmas tree ornaments, Christmas decorating ideas. So let's just take this one right here, farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments. We're going to copy this keyword. We'll come over and we're going to start with our farmhouse Christmas ornaments ad group, and we'll paste it there. Now the other thing I want to do is farmhouse Christmas ornaments. And then what we can do is you're going to see some different ideas down here. So you're going to see ornaments, personalized ornaments. So if I click on plus 71 keywords, you can see all these different options here. So wooden ornaments, keepsake ornaments, unique ornaments, plastic, house. So what I can do is set up multiple ad groups and say, okay, if I want to do something like wooden ornaments, then what I would want to do is set up a landing page on my website with wooden farmhouse ornaments, and then I can target that keyword, and then I can make sure that I'm driving traffic to that individual ad group. And because then I know I'm sending traffic to the best possible landing pages on my website. So that's really how you want to look at creating a campaign. It's going to take a lot of time to set up your ad groups, to set up your landing pages. The more time you spend on all that, the better your campaign is going to perform, because ultimately what you're trying to do is keep things as relevant as possible. And then if we just come over here to wooden ornaments, you're going to see the average cost per click is much lower than some of these other options here. So it's going to allow you to lower your cost per click, drive more traffic to your website. And even if you don't improve your conversion rate, you at least will have more clicks to your website. So it'll drive more conversions in the long run. So what I'm going to do here is come back over to my targeted keywords. So I have farmhouse Christmas ornaments here. And let's just say I want to expand my keywords a little bit more. So we'll come over here. It's back to the keyword ideas, so we'll keep scrolling down, and we're looking for ornaments. So you can see farmhouse tree ornaments, so we can take that one. We'll copy this keyword over here, and we'll put it right over here and paste it. So we're going to come over to keyword ideas again. Let's just say we want one more. We'll do farmhouse ornament set here. You can also see things like farmhouse style Christmas ornaments. And when you're targeting all of these different types of keywords, so here's another one down here, farm themed. When you're targeting all these different keywords, it's going to allow you to drive traffic at a lower cost. Because you're targeting these keywords, you can set your bids a little bit lower. So we'll take this one over here and we'll copy and paste it down here. So now the next thing we want to do is set up keyword match types. If you just enter your keywords like this with no modifiers whatsoever, so you're just entering text and you start targeting these keywords, you're going to be targeting broad match keywords. I highly recommend avoiding broad match keywords altogether. So to go over the different keyword match types, let's just say our targeted keyword is farmhouse Christmas ornaments. So if we're targeting this keyword just like this, it's going to be a broad match keyword. So that means that our ads are going to show for things that aren't really related to this keyword. It's not going to be as targeted as people realize, because what Microsoft advertising is going to do is they're going to find some different things like rustic ornaments. It might just be someone typing in Christmas tree ornaments, and they're going to match our advertisements for this keyword to those different search terms that aren't really related to farmhouse. So what we want to do is say we want to make sure that each of these search terms includes the terms farmhouse. So you're going to enter a plus sign there. Christmas, you're going to enter a plus sign there, and ornaments, you're going to enter a plus sign there. That makes these broad match modifier keywords. That means if someone types in farmhouse Christmas ornament sets, farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments, so if they type in this up here, it's going to match for this search term. However, it wouldn't match for something like farm themed Christmas ornaments because it's not exactly farmhouse. So that's the way broad match modifier keywords work. Now they are expanding these in Google Ads, and I assume Microsoft Advertising will be doing the same exact thing. But if you target with modified broad match keywords like this one, it's going to make sure that your advertisements are going to stay a lot more relevant than if you do it without the modifiers. So for all of these different keywords up here, I would highly recommend using these broad match modifier keywords because it's going to allow you to target more things that people are typing in, give you more search volume, and you don't really lose any of the performance. Now, the two other keyword match types that we have is, let's just say we're targeting farmhouse Christmas ornaments here. The first one is phrase match. So if we want to target this exact phrase, so if someone types in top rated farmhouse Christmas ornaments, then it will still match this keyword because it keeps that phrase. However, if someone does farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments, it's not going to match because we're trying to target the exact phrase of farmhouse Christmas ornaments. So it wouldn't match something like farmhouse tree ornaments. It wouldn't match something like farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments. It would only match this right here, farmhouse Christmas ornaments, because that's the exact phrase that we have here. And it will target if the keyword includes other words on the end of it or at the beginning, like top rated farmhouse Christmas ornaments, farmhouse Christmas ornaments 2019. So those types of keywords it will still match. This is a phrase match keyword. Now the other option is exact match keywords. And with that, you would put brackets around the keyword that you're targeting. And now you're just targeting this exact keyword and exact search term. So if you're using exact match, it's going to keep things a lot tighter for your campaign. You're going to lose some different search volume because it's not going to match things like top rated farmhouse Christmas ornaments or farmhouse Christmas ornaments 2019. So what I would highly recommend doing is just targeting these broad match modifier keywords. It gives you additional search volume without really losing that performance like I mentioned earlier. So for all the keywords that I'm targeting here, I'm going to add plus signs in front of all the words. I'm going to fast forward through this part a little bit just so it doesn't take up too much time of the video. Okay, there we go. So we have our first ad group set up, farmhouse Christmas ornaments, and we're targeting all these different keywords here. So now we can add a new ad group. So you want to create different ad groups for all the different landing pages on your website that you want to drive traffic to. So for the next one we can do is, let's just say I want to keep this a little bit broader. I just want to target people typing in farmhouse Christmas decorations, farmhouse Christmas decor, and I want to send traffic to this landing page here. Really more of a huge page with all different types of farmhouse Christmas decorations. People can find things like ornaments, like stockings, like garlands, like wreaths. So all these different options here. So if I come back over, what I can do for this one is we're going to do farmhouse Christmas decorations. And we'll just enter keywords. So I'm going to keep this pretty broad. We'll do farmhouse Christmas decor, and you can see I'm putting plus signs in front of the different keywords that I'm targeting. And we'll do farmhouse Christmas decorations. Okay, and if I want to broaden it out a little bit more, what I can do is farmhouse holiday decorations, but keep in mind that it might be people looking for Thanksgiving decorations or even Halloween decorations. So that might be something we run into, but I'm willing to take that risk. So we'll do farmhouse holiday decorations and farmhouse holiday decor. and I'm going to send all my traffic to that page. So this is going to be my second ad group here. So we're targeting these 4 keywords in this ad group. Now we'll create a new ad group, and we'll set it up for this page here, farmhouse Christmas signs, farmhouse Christmas wall decor. And again, as you're setting these up, what you can always do is come over here to the Google Keyword Planner, and let's just say I want to look up the best possible keywords for farmhouse Christmas signs, Christmas wall decor. So we'll just keep those searches here. So we'll get rid of this. This one's farmhouse Christmas wall decor. So if I come over here, you can see this one here is farmhouse Christmas signs. I know it's a little bit cut off, and this one's farmhouse Christmas wall decor. So we'll get rid of this one. We'll get rid of this one. Just looking up these 2 keywords, click on get results, and it's going to allow me to expand some of the different keywords that I can target. So Christmas signs, wall decor, Christmas farmhouse signs. You don't need to worry about keyword order. So if you're already targeting farmhouse Christmas signs, you don't need to also target Christmas farmhouse signs. But other options down here, farmhouse Christmas wall art, farmhouse Christmas wood signs. So let's just use those 4 keywords. So we'll come back over here, and I'm going to enter the keywords here. Okay, so we have 4 keywords in here: farmhouse Christmas signs, farmhouse Christmas wall decor, farmhouse Christmas wall art, and farmhouse Christmas wood signs. So this is a good ad group. So let's get started with our next ad group. So we'll come over here, and I'm just going to add one more ad group just to make this video go a little bit faster. I'll do a little bit more of a detailed Microsoft advertising tutorial. When I do create my free course, I'm going to go through setting up a campaign with really hundreds of ad groups. So I'm going to have to fast forward through some different parts just so it doesn't take, 5 hours to kind of create these campaigns. But that's really how long it does take to create campaigns. It takes a long time to set up your ad groups and set up your different advertisements. So for the next one, we're going to come over here and we'll do farmhouse Christmas tree skirts. And what we'll do is we'll come back, create a new ad group, farmhouse Christmas tree skirts, and we'll enter our keywords here. Now, one thing you can do is just in your ad groups, set up what are called single keyword ad groups. So some people refer to them as SKAG, single keyword ad groups. So it's going to keep things really tight. So if I'm just targeting farmhouse Christmas tree skirts, then my ads will only appear for searches that are highly related to the one keyword that I'm targeting in my ad group. So there's different theories when you're setting up your advertisements and setting up your ad groups. Personally, what I like to do is I like to group everything together by theme, and I like to just make sure that the landing pages where I'm sending traffic, it's going to be as relevant as possible. So what I could do here is say farmhouse Christmas tree skirts. And then if we come over to the page, you're going to see I have rustic tree skirts here as well. So rustic and farmhouse are really similar keywords in terms of what people are looking for in terms of keyword intent. So if I come over here, what I can do is rustic Christmas tree skirts, and I can target that keyword here as well. It's really depending on what you want to do, how much you want to test, how many ad groups you want to create. But for me, I'm really focused on landing pages. So I have this all set up now. I have my 4 different ad groups here. All these keywords are grouped together very well. I'm targeting broad match modifier keywords. So there's a plus sign in front of every single word that I want to appear in the search term so that my ads will match this individual keyword. So if we come over here, we can click on save and go to the next step. You want to continue adding as many ad groups as possible to keep things as relevant as possible for your website and to give you more chances at driving conversions for different keywords. But we're going to save and go to the next step here. And the next thing will be setting up our advertisements and our ad extensions. Okay, so a best practice here is to create ad extensions at the ad group level. So I'll go over that in a minute. And when you're setting up advertisements, you want to set up at least 2 advertisements per ad group. Ideally, you set up 3 advertisements in each individual ad group. So if I come here to create ad, you can set up 3 titles. So the first title, what I can do is just keep things really simple. I can do farmhouse Christmas ornaments. Okay, fits pretty well, just 1 character remaining. Title part 2. Now the other thing you can do is dynamic keyword insertion. So since I'm targeting some of these different keywords over here, farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments, farmhouse Christmas ornament sets, what I can do is take this opening. You have keyword insertion right here. So these are dynamic keyword insertion advertisements. So if I click on keyword insertion case, I always like to use title case. So what that means is that the first letter in each word is going to be capitalized. So if it's farmhouse Christmas, it's going to capitalize this F, this C, and any additional of the first letters in each individual word. So I'll keep it as title case here. And what I do is keyword, and I'll just enter farmhouse Christmas ornaments, and we'll click on set here. So what this is going to do is you're going to see it's going to look exactly the same right here. So if you are using dynamic keyword insertion, you might want to get rid of this up here. But what it will do is it'll take this keyword and it will match the exact search term that someone typed in. So if someone types in farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments, what it's going to show in my title is farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments. Even if you exceed characters, it'll expand your text a little bit so you can use dynamic keyword insertion here. I'm not going to be using it for this example, but it is a really good way to increase your click-through rate and give you really targeted advertisements. So for this, what I'll do is farmhouse Christmas ornaments. For title part 2, I'll enter my website, farmhouse goals. And then for title part 3, what I'll do is shop farmhouse Christmas decor. So if it's perfectly, shop farmhouse Christmas decor, farmhouse Christmas ornaments, and I have my website here. So final URL, what I want to do is set it up and send traffic directly to this page here. So we'll copy it, come over here, enter our final URL. Okay, so next thing, farmhousegoals.com/Christmas ornaments. So you can see this display URL will be really geared towards what people are searching as well. And then you have ad text. So you can do 90 characters in ad text 1, 90 characters in ad text 2. So I'm going to enter that real quick. Okay, so for ad text 1, we have shop farmhouse goals for the top rated farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments. And then ad text 2, I have find 2019 farmhouse Christmas ornaments and beautiful Christmas ornament sets for sale. So this is a good advertisement to get started with. So what we can do is click on save and create another. So it's going to automatically create that advertisement. And then now we have a new advertisement here that we're creating. So I can adjust my title a little bit. So on title part 2, maybe what I want to do is top rated ornaments for sale. Okay, so I have farmhouse Christmas tree ornaments or farmhouse Christmas ornaments and then top rated ornaments for sale. And then title part 3, what I'll do is put my brand name over here. So really put this one a little bit more geared towards ornaments in general. Path I can keep exactly the same. My final URL I'm going to keep the same. If you have different landing pages that you want to test, what you can do is just come down here to save and create another, just adjust the final URL here. So just change this at the top and then just click on save. So you have 2 duplicates of advertisements, but you're running them to 2 separate landing pages. So over time, the landing page that's performing best, that advertisement will continue to appear. So we have our title part 3. Next is ad text 1 and ad text 2. So we can adjust these a little bit as well. Okay, so we have ad text 1 here, add rustic holiday decor with our beautiful farmhouse Christmas ornaments for sale. So a little bit different. And then ad text 2, spend over $50 on farmhouse Christmas decor and ornaments and get free shipping. So now we have 2 advertisements here. We'll click on save. And if you'll see, we have 2 advertisements. So what you want to do for every single ad group is create at least 2 ads here. They should really be geared towards the different keywords that you're targeting in your ad group. And then your landing page should also match the different advertisements that you have as well. So the more targeted that is, the better your quality scores will be. Better quality scores will help you with lower bids, and they will help you just drive more conversions within your budget over the course of time. So what we want to do next is we're going to scroll down here. So I would continue setting up advertisements for each of these ad groups. To make sure this video isn't too long, I'm just going to skip over this part for a little bit, and we're going to keep scrolling down. I want to go over ad extensions. So you're going to see first is going to be site link extension. So this allows you to add additional links to your advertisements. So you can see right here, farmhouse Christmas ornaments. I can add that one to this ad group. Shop farmhouse Christmas decor. I'll add that one as well. Farmhouse Christmas signs. I'll add that, and farmhouse Christmas stockings. So we're going to come down here to add new site link extension. You can see link text. So what we'll just do is keep it simple. Farmhouse Christmas pillows. And we'll come over to this page. We're going to copy our URL, farmhouse Christmas pillows. Come over here to final URL. We'll copy and paste it right there. You do want to enter descriptions for your site link extensions. I'm just going to skip this part for now. We're going to click on save. You can always go back and enter descriptions later. So now you can see we have pillows, stockings, signs, ornaments, and shop farmhouse Christmas decor. So people can find some different things. Maybe they search for ornaments. They realize they want farmhouse Christmas signs. So they open both pages. So we'll click on save here. And now we have really good site link extensions for these different advertisements, and it's going to match well with each individual ad group we have here. Next is going to be price extension. So if we click here to add a new price extension, what you can do is enter items, enter a description. You're going to see price qualifier here. So you can say from. So I can say ornaments from $9, from $10. Currency, you can select your currency here. So for mine, it would be US dollar. Set your price. Set your unit per hour, per day, per week. No unit just means price is a set price for that individual product. Set the final URL, and you can click on save. Now up here is types. You're going to see brands. So you can also come down here, services, service categories, product tiers, product categories, neighborhoods. So a lot of different options here when it comes to price, and you can set these up for your business so that people can see some sample prices before they even click your URL. So we're going to click on cancel here. We're going to keep scrolling down. Next is going to be available callout extensions. So callout extensions just allow you to add some additional text to your advertisements. So you can see in the one advertisement I did free shipping on $50 plus. So we can add that as our callout extension. You can see top rated farmhouse decor. So maybe I want to do that. Save 20% until November 1st. Let's just say that I'm running that as one of my sample promotions. So we're entering that there. We'll do save 20% until November 1st. This is what callout extensions are great for, is highlighting some of your different promotions, some different benefits of your products and services. And then what we'll do is plan your farm Christmas. So we'll put that one over there, click on save. So now we have some site link extensions, some callout extensions, structured snippets. You can see I've already created this over here. So I have items. So if you click to add a new structured snippet, you have a header here. You can see English. The example here is amenities. So a hotel would have Wi-Fi, pool, fitness center, kitchenette. If we click down here, you can see a lot of different options, degree programs, destinations, featured hotels. So for mine, I did types, and then I entered things like ornaments, and we're going to come down here, ornaments, signs, stockings, garlands. So we'll just enter that over here, and we'll click on save again. 4 other ones you can do. So location extensions, add your physical business location if you have one. App extensions, add your mobile app if you have one. Call extensions, so you can add this here. Put your phone number with your advertisements so people can quickly and easily call your business. And then review extensions, so you can add a review here. So if we click here, add a new review extensions, you have review text, you put the source for the URL, and then down here you put the actual source URL. So you're putting some review text that somebody else said about your business, about your website. So whatever it is, you can add that review to your advertisement. So we're going to click on cancel here. But what we can do is just, you want to come to the top, make sure you have at least 1 ad per ad group, but really what you want is 2 to 3 ads per ad group is a best practice. So if we come over here to create ad, I'm going to create these real quick just to make sure that I have my advertisements so I can move on to the next. Okay, so this is what your campaign should look like as you're getting ready to publish it. But we can see here is Farmhouse Christmas Ornaments. We have 2 ads here. Keep scrolling down. Farmhouse Christmas Decorations. We have 2 different advertisements here. Keep scrolling down, Farmhouse Christmas Signs, so we have different advertisements here. And then last but not least, Farmhouse Christmas Tree Skirts. So you can continue to create more advertisements, but this is really where you want to start, is creating all your advertisements, setting up your ad extensions, and we're going to keep scrolling down here and save and go to the next step. Now the next thing, it's going to ask you your budget again, so we'll just set a $20 daily budget. This means per month we're going to spend about $600. Now we're going to keep scrolling down here. So our bid strategy, since we do want to get more conversions, is going to be enhanced CPC. So you're going to see here, you need to have conversion tracking set up to use this bid strategy. I'll go through that in a minute, but you can use a manual bid if you want. Enhanced CPC will increase or decrease your bids when a conversion is more likely. And then you can also use maximize clicks. So it's going to set your bids to get the most possible clicks based on the keywords you're targeting. I would recommend using enhanced CPC if you're trying to drive conversions on your website. Now next is going to be bid. So you're going to see bid here and it's going to say $1 for all of these. I would recommend setting your bids low because you can always increase them over time. So if I set my bids over here, what I would do is set these all to 50 cents. So we'll take 50 cents for all 4 of these. And that's going to set a 50-cent bid for every single keyword that we're bidding on. Again, we can always increase or decrease these bids over time. If we click here, you can see based on your current bids and budget, we don't think this ad group will get any clicks. We'll see. I mean, if you see something like this, you can always expand what you're targeting. You can always add new keywords. You can always continue to build out more ad groups. So I wouldn't worry too much about this forecast data right now. I would set your campaign up and start targeting keywords, seeing if you're getting any impressions, any clicks. And then over time, you can always add more keywords, add more ad groups, and increase your bids if you need to. So we can click here in advanced campaign settings. They have targeting, location, ad schedule, and device. And then other settings, you can use audience ads and ad distribution. So I'm not going to go through those in this video, but right now we have a good campaign set up. So everything is really targeted. I would obviously want to build out more ad groups here. So for some different farmhouse Christmas products, maybe I want to continue to add some farmhouse furniture, some different types of options that people can choose from. Previously, I went over farmhouse bar stools, so I can add those here and start sending traffic to the best landing pages on my website. So we'll come down here and we'll click on save. Okay, so our campaign is all created. Right now it's in review. We'll click on got it. So you can see we have our search campaign here, $20 per day. It's a search campaign and we're going to be using this enhanced CPC bidding strategy. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have conversion tracking set up on your website. So what we're going to do is click here on conversion tracking. And now conversion tracking is a 4-step process. So you create your UET tag, also called the Universal Event Tracking Tag. You add that tracking code to your website. You create a conversion goal directly in your Microsoft advertising account. And you can also validate your Universal Event Tracking Tag using the UET Tag Helper. So that's a Chrome plugin that you can install directly on your Google Chrome browser, completely free. That's going to show you whether or not your UET tag is implemented properly on your website. So if I come back over here, what I want to do first is you want to come to this UET tags page. So we're going to come over here. If we scroll down, you can see view UET tags page and then view conversion goals page. So you start here on the view UET tags page. And then what you want to do is create your Universal Event Tracking Tag if you haven't already. So I've already created one here. So you can see I have my Farmhouse Goals UET tag. My tag is active on my website. So all you need to do is add it to the header file for your website, or you can also use Google Tag Manager to implement the UET tag as well. So it's pretty easy to get it added directly to your website. You would add it just like you add a Google Analytics tracking code, or how you add the Facebook pixel to your website. If you're adding any pixel to your website, you can put this one right next to all the other pixels for your PPC advertising channels. Now, if I come over here to my website real quick, I have a plugin that I have for insert headers and footers for WordPress. So you can install this plugin completely free, insert headers and footers, and then you can see here scripts in header. And my UET tag is right at the bottom here. So this script right here, so you just enter it using this WordPress plugin. You can also use Google Tag Manager. So that's usually how I'll do it as well if I have Google Tag Manager implemented on the website. And then you just click on save and it's that simple and you have the UET tag added to your website. And once you do that, you're going to see tag active here. So then the next thing you can do is under conversion tracking here on the left, we can click on conversion goals. Now, if we come down here, you can see I have a couple different conversion goals that I've created already. The one I want to track is outbound click. I'm still trying to figure out how to track that for my own website using Microsoft advertising. However, I have a couple engagement goals here as well. So if you come to create conversion goal, you're going to see, you're going to name your goal and then you can track destination URL, duration, pages viewed per visit, a specific event, mobile app install, and offline conversion. So there's a lot of different options here. Probably the most popular is destination URL. So one thing you might do is, let's just say you have a thank you page on your website. Every time someone fills out a form on your website and they contact you or anything like that, you send them directly to a thank you page. So it's going to say name, thank you, type destination URL. We'll click on next. And then you're going to do destination URL. Please select a scenario equals to, begins with, contains. So I can just do contains here and I could just do something just like this. Thank you. So then any visit to my website with this thank you here is going to count as a conversion. So for example, if someone goes to my page, farmhousegoals.com/thank you, let's just say they fill out a form on my website, they sign up for my newsletter, they sign up for some giveaway, they end up getting redirected to the page on my website, farmhousegoals.com/thank you. All we need to do is add that thank-you and it will track this as a destination URL goal. So scope, we can do on our account. Revenue value, you can assign a value for the conversion. So I can say each conversion action has the same value, and let's just say it's $50. So that's going to be how much this conversion is worth to my business. This can be very helpful when you're tracking return on ad spend directly back to your Microsoft advertising campaigns. Count, you can count every single one, or just uniques. So if it's a lead, a lot of times you would just want to count a unique. If it's a purchase, you would want to count all, because every single purchase is going to be valuable for your business, whereas leads, unique leads is going to be their most important thing you want to drive. Conversion window, so you can enter a conversion period of up to 90 days. Maybe you just want to put this all the way up to 90 days. So any click on your advertisements, if someone converts within 90 days, it'll count back to your Microsoft advertising campaigns. UET tag, so it's going to use this universal event tracking tag that we just set up in the previous step. So all we need to do is click on save. You're going to see right here, we will turn auto tagging of Microsoft Click ID on as it is required for UET conversion goals. So that's fine, just a message that is going to show in the bottom, and click on save. And it's really that simple to set up different conversion goals. So I have thank you here. Hopefully what I'm able to do is track for outbound clicks. I'm working on that right now. Now, the other thing you can do is set up engagement goals. So if you create a conversion goal here, maybe you just want to say anybody who goes to my website and will click on duration, and we'll just put sample here. Click on next. It's going to say anybody who's been on my website, and you could say longer than 5 minutes, for example, I want to count that as a conversion. So it's another way to make sure that the traffic that's going to your website is interacting with the different pages on your website and hopefully eventually buying some of your products or signing up for some of your services. So this is how conversion tracking works. And now if we come back to our campaign screen, and we have our campaign we just created here, so you can see we click on it, and then what we do is we come into settings here and we scroll down. So our bid strategy, enhance CPC, adjust my bid to get more conversions. So even if we're just running those engagement conversions, our bid is still going to be increased or decreased based on people completing conversions on our website, which is ultimately what your goal is with pay-per-click advertising. You don't just want to send traffic back to your website. You want to make sure that you're driving conversions, you're driving leads, you're driving sales. So this is Microsoft advertising. There's a lot more to it. I'm going to go over it in more detail early in 2020. Maybe at the end of this year, I can release a free Microsoft advertising course. I want to run a campaign and do a 2-part course where I'm creating a campaign and a full campaign, not just one with 4, 5, 6 ad groups, one with maybe 100 ad groups. So I'm running a campaign. And then when you come in here, what I want to do is go over every single thing that you need to know about Microsoft advertising. So when you click on your campaign, the different ad group setup, the different keywords we can target, implementing audiences in your campaign, optimizing for ad extensions. So every single thing here is what I want to go over in the future, but this is a basic way to get started with Microsoft advertising. If you set up your campaigns this way and you continue to optimize them, continue to add new ad groups and optimize your existing ad groups by adding keywords, increasing bids or decreasing bids, and optimizing your ads and landing pages, the better your campaigns will perform over time. And you just want to make sure in your keywords here that you're targeting these broad match modifier keywords. You don't want to just be targeting a broad match keyword here without any of these plus signs, because it's going to make your campaign really irrelevant and you're going to start targeting a lot of keywords that aren't targeted for your campaign. So this is Microsoft advertising. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.